Hi, I'm Anthony Carabotta, director here at Pixel Planet Studios, and today I'm going to tell you about this incredible device, the Apple iPad, and how I use it as a director to make better videos. Now, before we get into any of that, you're probably wondering, who the hell is Pixel Planet Studios? Am I allowed to swear in here?
I don't think so.
Gotcha. Who the heck is Pixel Planet Studios? Great question, viewer. Pixel Planet Studios is a video production and post-production company based in Cleveland, Ohio. And as you can imagine, in this field, we spend a lot of time on YouTube, and we've been kind of disappointed with the lack of knowledge out there for small production companies in small cities. So we've decided to peel back the curtain here and let you in on some of the tips, tricks, and thoughts we have on the industry, share them with you, so hopefully you learn something, and if not, find a little enjoyment along the way. So, I actually switched from a 2015 MacBook Pro to this last gen 2020 iPad Pro about a year ago, and overall I've really enjoyed using it. Now, the benefit I have is that I'm the only one at the studio that's entirely on a Mac ecosystem. More on the Mac versus PC saga here at Pixel Planet Studios in a later video. That said, I have the benefit of being able to carry around a smaller, more portable, less heavy-duty, dare I say, Apple computer with me.
What's a computer?
Since I can rely on my iMac Pro to do all the heavy lifting when it comes to editing and everything like that. Probably the thing I use the iPad for most when I'm on set is as a reference guide. It's really great for keeping images either of past projects or maybe some previous stuff that you developed along the way, or just images that you like that you want to inspire the crew with. It's also great for keeping all of your documents together, whether that be a shot list or storyboards, scripts, whatever you may have laying around. The other thing I love about it is that it has a camera. So you're able to just take a picture while you're on set, and you can quickly, assuming you have the Apple Pencil, draw on it crudely and show your director of photography, any other crew members, cast, talent, what your vision is, how the blocking is going to go in real time. The other benefit is that the camera is now paired with a LiDAR sensor if you have the newest generation with the M1 or the previous generation that I have. And what's great about that is there's a bunch of free apps out there where you can essentially pop out your iPad, quickly scan an environment, and you get a 3D model of what you were seeing. This is awesome for location scouting because you can go back, revisit that space, and you actually have the textures on the walls, the 3D placement of everything. You could use it to just screenshot different parts, draw on them, create storyboards off of that. It's a really powerful tool. And speaking of apps, the Director Viewfinder apps out there are great. You can download a bunch of free ones. They'll give you a bunch of options for the different cameras and lenses you might be shooting on. They'll get you in the ballpark of what you would see through the lens, and you're able to kind of go through that location and figure out how you want to place the camera. The third thing that I really use this iPad for is to show clients my work. And we've all been there. If you're in this industry on set, things get a little slow. You start talking with clients, whether it's agency or direct, and maybe it's about future projects, past projects, something you're just really excited about that you want to share with them. And we've all had that experience where everyone's gathered around an iPhone, you're cupping the speaker so everyone can hear it. The iPad is a much better viewing experience for them, and it can really help potentially sell that next job. If you go down the accessory rabbit hole and you pick up the Magic Keyboard for the iPad, which I highly recommend, you have now a great tool to make those inevitable script changes that come up on set, or if you need to fire out an email really quickly, it's nice to be able to have that flexibility, and it does a great job of protecting the iPad screen when you leave it laying on the camera cart with a bunch of lenses flopping around. The last thing that I would use the iPad for is in that emergency situation where you don't have a teleprompter and the talent just can't get their lines down. It's great because you're able to pull up the script, make it large enough for them to view it, put it next to the camera, or, pro tip, have them look off camera as if they're talking to an interviewer, and then you can just hold it up right in front of their face. It works awesome if you really need it, but I highly recommend just getting a teleprompter instead. So the iPad is great for all of that stuff, and I do have to say, while it is now my mobile daily driver, it has a ton of drawbacks, which a lot of people have talked about on YouTube before, because that is essentially that it's locked into iOS. There's a lot of file management issues, and it's honestly just a pain to deal with most of the time. So I prefer to have a desktop workstation or a laptop if I'm actually going on the road and we need to transfer files or work on something remotely. You just don't have that type of power on the iPad yet. Please leave a comment below. Tell us what you want to see, what you want to learn, maybe what we didn't cover, maybe something that we missed. We'd love to know about it. And also, subscribe, like the channel, because we're putting a little effort into this, and being a commercial production company, we don't have all the time in the world, so we'd love to know that we're not screaming out into the empty black void of the internet. Thanks for watching.